Hi guys, welcome back to Storytime TV. I'm Peyton, and today I am going to be reading two books. Well, it's not two it's two separate books, but in the same book. Like Spills and Thrills, I'm going to read first, and then you just go like this. And it is No More Mr. Nice Engine. I'm going to read Spills and Thrills first. Spills and Thrills. Thomas and Friends. Trying to see who wrote it or illustrated it. One night, James was telling scary stories in Tidmouth sheds. The ghost train rattled over the bridge, waking everyone with its spooky whistle. Ooh. Percy thought the stories were very scary. He often pulled the mail train at night, when things sometimes look scarier than they really are. Percy didn't like your stories, James. Thomas peeped. It's not my fault Percy's not as brave as I am, James replied. That's not very nice. Henry spoke up. If you're really not afraid, then prove it by pulling the flying kipper for me tonight. Okay, Henry, I shall, James huffed. Better you than me, delivering all that fish, Thomas said with a laugh. He's like, oh no. And the other picture, he's just like, I'm going to scoot up a little bit more. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Here, look at the picture. Loud. Let's see how this is. Pretty good. Centered, I think. Let's do it. James made his way to the Brendam docks to collect the flying kipper and its load of fresh fish. But as he got closer, he noticed a funny smell. He quickly changed his mind and returned to the sheds to wake Henry. But I thought you were delivering the fish tonight, said Henry. You must have been dreaming, James said shyly. Henry hurried to the docks to get the flying kipper. Henry was late with every delivery. Back at the shed, Sir Topham Hat asked him what had happened. Sorry, sir, Henry replied. I must have overslept. I dreamed that James said he'd pull the flying kipper for me. There's that one, and then there's that one. That wasn't a dream, Henry, peeped Thomas. I heard James say that. The other engines agreed, and they'd heard the same thing. Sir Topham turned to James. Is this true? Are you the one who caused confusion and delay? James explained that he'd changed his mind after delivering the fish because they were so smelly. But you told Henry you would take that train, Sir Topham said. Sir Topham told James that he would have to pull the flying kipper that night to make up for his broken promise, and I accept the fish to be delivered on time. So there's this one, and then that one. When James arrived at the docks, Cranky was loading the troublesome trucks with fish. James didn't want to get any fish on himself. The trucks laughed. James is scared of the smelly fish. I am not, James huffed. He bashed the trucks to make them behave. James is scared of the smelly fish, the trucks repeated. As James got ready to bash them again, he backed into Cranky's hook. The fish Cranky was unloading spilled in a heap on James. Ew, smelly. Turn the page. Got it. Baldwin rolled up. You're supposed to take the fish in the trucks, not carry them by yourself, he said, smiling. Now James was grumpier than ever. The fishy smell grew even stronger as James rushed around the countryside making deliveries. He couldn't wait to get clean again. Ugh, these pages. What's that smell? Emily asked when James returned to the sheds. That's the smell of James, Thomas said, laughing. I had a little accident with some fish crates, James explained, and there was still a fish stuck on his chassis. Sir Topham Hatt was pleased that James had delivered the fish on time. You are a really useful engine, he said, but you are also a really smelly engine. He told James to go to the washdown. Yes, sir, pepped James. He even smiled. Now, I'm gonna close the book and flip it over, and here's the second story. Yay, 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 yay. Let's go. No more Mr. Nice Engine. Sorry, I'm fixing the pillow so much. No more Mr. Nice Engine. Hero was one of the strongest engines on the island of Soder. No, it doesn't say Soder, it just says Soder, period. He was also polite and kind. After you, Thomas, Hero said when the engines arrived at the washdown at the same time. One morning, Diesel was shunting some troublesome trucks that Edward had brought from the dairy. Diesel gave the trucks a bump to make them get in line. If you can hear my mom and my dad are talking. Stop biffing the trucks, Diesel. Stop biffing the trucks, Diesel. You're spilling the milk, Edward cried. Mind your own business, Diesel said rudely. When Hero arrived to pull the trucks, he greeted everyone with a smile. Oh, Hero, don't be such a Mr. Nice Engine. These trucks are nothing but troublesome. You need to show them who's boss, Diesel said. Hero told Diesel the trucks would be no trouble. I am master of the railway, he said. Hero collected the trucks and puffed away. Soon the trucks started biffing and bashing each other. Hero chuckled. You can try to be troublesome, but I am master of the railway. You won't be any trouble for me. He didn't know that Diesel had spilled the milk. The trucks made Hero bump and judder, but he puffed on to... The trucks made Hero bump and judder, but he puffed on to Knapp Ford station. When Sir Topham Hatt opened the door to the milk truck, out poured the spilled milk. Oh no, my trousers, he exclaimed. Hero was shocked. I am so sorry, sir, he peeped. I hope you'll be more careful on your next job, Sir Topham said as he left to get his trousers cleaned. Hero felt very bad. "What's the matter with you?" Diesel asked when he saw Hero at Brendam Docks. Hero told him how the milk had spilled on Sir Topham's trousers. "I feel so ashamed," he said. Diesel was relieved not to be blamed. "I told you the trucks were trouble. You should have shown them who's boss. Given them a biff. "No," Hero replied. "It's always best to be polite and kind." He puffed away with some other trucks, including one with a load of heavy cream. He didn't know that Diesel followed him to make mischief. The troublesome trucks biffed and bashed, but Hero was still polite and gentle. At a red signal, Diesel coupled up the trucks. When Hero puffed up a hill, Diesel put on his brakes to slow the trucks down. Hero made it to the top, but when they went down the other side, Diesel helped the trucks go very fast. Thomas saw them whoosh past. "Whoa, what's going on?" he peeped. When Diesel biffed the trucks from behind, they laughed. "That's it," Hero said at last. "No more Mr. Nice Engine. I am master of the railway. I'll show you." As he entered Knapford Station, he braked so suddenly that the trucks crunched together. Big barrels flew into the air and smashed on the ground, splattering everyone with cream. "My trousers!" cried Sir Topham. Diesel tried to sneak away, but Thomas pulled up, blocking him. "Why was Diesel pushing you and the troublesome trucks?" Why was Diesel pushing you and the troublesome trucks?" Thomas asked Hero. "You are the one biffing and bashing me?" Hero asked Diesel, and he spilled your milk this morning," Edward added. Sir Topham was very disappointed with Diesel. You will learn from Hero how to look after troublesome trucks properly," he said. So Hero worked with Diesel. "Remember, be polite and kind," Hero said. When Diesel tried to jostle the trucks, "Oops, sorry, Hero," Diesel said. "Nice trucks, good trucks." The troublesome trucks giggled. Hero looked proud and happy. I like that book, and I especially like there's 2 books. Because if it was $5, it'd usually be $5 for 1 book. But no, it's $5 for 2 books. But I don't know what price it was. So, yeah. I like the story. I used to watch Thomas. Comment on Facebook if you used to watch Thomas too. I'll see you next time on Storytime TV. Bye!